Hey, what's up guys, Robbie826 here. Today it's gonna be episode 5 or 6, depending on what order I end up putting them out in, of the FIFA World Cup squad building sort of challenge sort of thing. We're going today in with England. Since I thought, why not? I'll do a squad with people I 100% have all heard of. How exciting! So we're getting into the team straight away with. I thought I'm gonna buy a little bit more expensive versions of it. I'm gonna go with the chem styles, which I would personally use them if I was using it as a main team, which is something I haven't done for all of them. But I've gone with the chem styles I would put on them personally. Starting off with Jack Butland in goal. I would have a glove on him. It makes no difference for goalkeepers. This is the thoughts on what I'm hoping for from this team. Hoping Jack Butland's as OP as last year. Not used him this year, but Kyle Walker, I know he's going to be a tank. He always is every year. Used him before in this game. He's a quality player. Chris Smalling and Michael Keane. I'm hoping Chris Smalling's as good as he was last year. And I'm hoping that I've used Michael Keane right at the start of the game. Let's see if he's still as effective as he was at the start. Sigurdsson, I've had a few mates of mine who've used him, and they've said he's good, he's worth a go. So I thought, why not? We'll try him. This is an ideal opportunity. A full England team. This is how you would fit him in. So let's test him out. See how he does. Rashford, not a great amount of cheap options on the left side for England. As far as Ultimate Team goes, so I thought we'll go with Marcus Rashford. He's not really a winger. I don't think he's going to be a winger anyway. I don't think he's going to be that great. Hopefully I'm proved wrong. He's got high-low work rates. He's not going to be tracking back much. He's 6'1", so he's tall. He looks set up to be better as a striker. His stats are because he is a striker, really, not a winger. But hopefully he does a good job with getting that pace down the line, cutting them balls back by Vardy and Wilson. Getting on to the right hand side now, we've got Theo Walcott, man. So pleased he's moved from Arsenal and he's going to get first team football because he's a player I do like, and I think he's a nice. He comes across as like a nice guy, and I hope he does well at Everton. And so far he has, picking up this first in form, which we've got. Picked him up for 28k. 93 pace. He's blistering fast. He's always been that, but he's got surprisingly high physical. It's not that great. It's physical. It's not outstanding in any stats, but hopefully he's going to be that pet. He's going to burn down the line. He's going to be whipping balls in across that box for those middle three to get onto. Now getting into Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling was ultimately an investment that I've made. I've used him sort of like a couple of games in my main team starting, but mostly he's been used as a sub because he's an investment. I picked him up dirt cheap. You won't find him that cheap again. He's going for about 180k now, and I'm just waiting. I know I won't lose money on him. I've had a few opportunities where I thought about selling him at 200k when he's gone up, like before the Manchester derby, which City lost. Couldn't help that. City lost 3-2. You're going to win the title. I thought if he'd have just put all them Jads in, and I would have been making a crap ton because he'd have got man of the match. He'd have been worth 250k. So I'm probably just going to hang on to him until he does get an inform, which I think he will at some point this year. Or I might sell him just before a City game where he starts, and I might just cash out because I know he goes up to 200k. So just a question of when I sell him, but that doesn't matter. I'm hoping he's going to be a god. He should be the god in this team. He should be the goat of this team. Next up, Jamie Vardy, a player I had in my club already. I packed him from the Path to Glory promotion thing. Got him in untradeable, so he should be good. I used him right at the start of the year. It was fantastic for me then. Put a dead eye on him, boosted that passing up because his pass is piss poor. Let's not mess about with that one. It's shit. So hopefully he can make that passing workable, and his shoot. He doesn't really need too much more pace. Hopefully I can work with just 91 pace. Should be fine. And then we got Callum Wilson, a card I've wanted to use for so often. I've wanted to use 84, but I thought if I use 84, then it takes it out of that it takes it into too expensive territory, as his 84 is like about 60, 70k. So I thought I'll go with a nice cheap version, which is about 25k. I think I picked him up for. with a hunter on, so I'm hoping I should make some good profit. He's quick, so he's got 99 pace, 90 odd, high 90 shooting with this chem style as well. His passing's a bit low, but that physical should be able to dominate players. Let's have a look at his physical. Strength 83 and good stamina. Jumping's irrelevant. I don't really ever cross, so I don't give a crap how good you are in the air. It's probably never going to get to you in at head height anyway. But without further ado, lads, let's get into the gameplay.
Hey guys, and we are back, and we're coming into this first game. We come up against a team with Alessandrini, Mbappe, Martial, a team you see so many times, and then that sort of United trio in the bottom right and the Bayern trio in the bottom left with a German goalkeeper, Ralph Farman, I think it was. And we go we find this game in the 26th minute where we we go 1-0 up very early on. I think it was Vardy with the goal. Nice little pass across to him. First one touch into the top left hand corner, puts us 1-0 up. And I want to go off this sort of team and say apologies. It's taken so long to do this game. My excuse is well, it is an excuse. It's the best excuse, and the most exciting excuse I'm looking forward to. My missus is expecting a kid, our first child in 9 days, as of making this video. And so as you'll find out when you all have kids and stuff like that, I have been swamped with so many little things to do, and that's why it's taken me I'm not having as much free time on my hands. I'm just about having enough time to sort of like do the normal day-to-day stuff on FIFA, so this naturally it takes a back seat to as real life sort of takes over. But hopefully now I'll try and find a bit more time to do it, and I hope to bring the next one out, which will be the German squad. But it should be the German squad. I've got the players, so I just need to. I've got the players, and I think I've got the game. I've got a few of the games done. I'll be hoping to do them tomorrow, starting to do that, and then get it edited hopefully out on Wednesday or something like that. But who knows? Who knows how busy it gets? Anyway, into this England team and sort of like what my thought of it. I had to go back and because it's been literally like about 2 weeks since I played these games, or probably about a week since I played these games. So I had to go back and have a look, and I have to remember what I thought of the team at the time. And at the time, I thought Henderson is a weakness, and he's such a weakness. I could, when listening back and sort of what I thought, it was like, God, there was so many times, and when you watch it back, like I don't know if you guys ever watch your own gameplay back, there was so many times you could see him like caught out of position, and he was doing the wrong thing, and he was causing huge problems in my team. But that is the only problem I found in this team. Well, two problems. I'll get onto another one later. The attack was so smooth, so clinical, and I think that was it was exciting for me playing in this formation, the 4-1-2-1-2 with the two wide midfielders, a formation like back in FIFA 14-15, 3 or 4 years ago, which I never deviated from. I swore by it. It's only the last couple of years which I've gone off it. And it's so different having two strikers and the cams. It was why this formation was so broken, and why you saw everyone a few years ago using this formation. Because when you got that ball into your striker, you laid it off into your cam, and then go back to the striker and put him in behind. And I was able to do their movements. It was like that quartet up front of Callum Wilson, Jamie Vardy, and Raheem Sterling, who is absolutely worth it. I swear by this guy, Raheem Sterling. I'll say in the post-con bit, he is the cheap Messi. He is just as good. He is, well, I say just as good. He is. If I was going to give Messi a 10, I'd give Raheem Sterling a 9.5. That is so minimalistic difference. Anyway, the first game was in the daily knockout final, and we win it. So no easy games there. Hat-trick from Vardy, hat-trick from Wilson, and one from Sterling, who got the assists in this game. Let's have a look. 2 from Wilson, 2 from Sterling, 2 from Walcott. Walcott and Mbappe were absolutely top notch. Blew me mind. Never expected him to be as good as he was, but we will talk about that later. Coming into this next game, we've come up with a team with Anthony Martial, you see everywhere, Sergio Aguero, William, Moy, that Rooney card. I ended up going for the Yaya Toure one. Hopefully that was the right decision. I've had about a couple of weeks of playing with Yaya Toure, and he's absolutely ridiculous. sort of like, he's the closest player I've seen to Laurent Blanc, but we're going off topic again as we take the lead early on in this one. In the first 3 minutes, I think that was Callum Wilson there with a lovely goal to the bottom right hand corner. Lovely little scoop turn from Vardy, a rare skill I do. Giving it into Sterling. Sterling, blistering pace, going past everyone like they're not even there. Hits it, good block there, falls out. Clever little touch that. People could call that sweaty, but I call that is definitely a clever touch there. He's got no, as the ball gets headed back across here, you'll see here. I could have shot, it wouldn't have gone in. Lovely little touch from Sterling to pass it across to the Callum Wilson, I think it was 3, who taps it into an open net. And that puts us 2 up. He gets it back to 2-all. Didn't include them. No one wants to see goals. You can see he didn't really. And it would make the video stupidly long. But we pick the ball up here. Henderson rarely winning one. Giving it to Sterling. Sterling to Wilson. Wilson giving it to Vardy. Vardy putting it on the Jets. And smacking that with a low-driven shot into the bottom left-hand corner to put us 3-2 up in this game. Lovely sort of pace and... That's what for me. That's the best thing you can do with Vardy. He's not a passer. He's not. Well, that goes without saying. He's not that integral sort of player, but he is. He's a sort of player. He very much like in real life. He's so similar to his real life card, where he's a sort of striker that's going to play on the last man and use that. You've got to use that pace to get in behind in behind the back 4, back 5, back 3, whatever the guy's using. Use that pace, and then once you get him behind, he'll do the rest. Here, as Walcott slips in and fires that one in to make it 5-3. This was a close game. It was a tight game. When I was watching it back, it was close. This could legitimately gone either way. I could have so easily lost this, but I think the slight difference was when the goalkeeper came out to punch it, I knocked it across, and that little things makes the difference in the tight games. See that he got back to 5. He got back to 5-4 again. This was back and forth, as so many of my games are. I don't know. Some games when I'm absolutely concentrating, for me, I can be so good defensively, rock solid. I'm tracking runs, but when I'm just going out there and playing free flowing, I don't care if I concede a bag full. I don't care as long as I score a bag full, because that's what you ultimately play FIFA for. So coming to the next game, I thought he's got quite a weak midfield here with Eriksen, Silva, 2 attacking midfielders, and Bakayoko. Bakayoko's great, but he was all the way out on that right centre mid spot. So I thought if I can just attack down this left-hand side, I can get some joy attacking that Silva and Eriksen. And Silva and Eriksen aren't going to want to come back and defend. So I thought attack down that side, try and get the goals here as he's attacking early on here. We win the ball back straight away, giving it into Wilson, who knocks it across for Vardy. Oh, laptop went off there. Whoops. I was talking that long, the laptop come off. You never see it, but whatever. Here we go. Here we go. In behind here. Wilson getting across. And that puts us 1-0 up early on in the 6th minute. Oh my god, technical issues. Oh well. It'll be alright. Jamie Vardy with another goal. Oh, I can't believe I left the replay. No, I didn't leave it. I thought I'd skip the replay on them sweaty goals. And then, sort of like straight away from kickoff, we score this absolutely. We absolutely batter him for pressure. And as I thought, you know what? I'm going to leave this in. I'm going to leave all this. It was constant pressure for about a good 10 minutes of gameplay. And I thought normally I cut out this, but I thought for a change, I'm going to leave this in. And it was absolutely wave after wave of pressure. First Vardy bulldozing his way through like a tank, giving it to Wilson. Wilson should have scored there, didn't. We get a corner here. I'm sure we go short with the corner, as I do with pretty much all my corners. And it was like, bang, another shot in. Another great save from the goalkeeper. Could have easily flown in there. Ball comes back out to Smalling. Smalling giving it to Walcott. Walcott loses the ball, but we quickly win it back with Walcott. Giving it to Smalling. Smalling out for Henderson, knocking it out to Sessegnon. Sessegnon, a player... I wish I had waited to make this team so I could actually use another great save there again with the goal. It was on non-stop, but I wish I waited like the extra week if I knew that Sessegnon card, because I would have loved to try. That's what I would change now for you guys in the future, sort of thing. When I was recording this, I did this option available to me at the time. But I would absolutely swap Rashford out and put that 87 Sessegnon card in there. That would make, and swap Kante for Henderson. Those two changes would make this team absolutely godlike. As we finally, after that relentless pressure score, with Theo Walcott hitting a banger. Well, I'll say banger, it was a good finish from the top of the box, smacking it right across the goalkeeper into that bottom left-hand corner. Sloopily good finish. That's not even a word, sloopily good. I'm gonna go with it. I don't mind too much. Anyway, Sterling going short from the corner, playing it across to Rashford. Rashford into Wilson. Wilson, well, you know where it's going, into the back of the net. After he brought it back. And again, this was another tight game. It could have easily gone either way. You can just see here, here's the last goal, I think. And what a goal it is. I don't often cross it, but my God, that was a volley and a half. Absolute, what's the word I'm looking for? Thunder cunt. Yes, that's the word for true Geordies saying, I think that one is. Absolute belts that. It's straight to the goalkeeper, but he has got absolutely no chance. And here we go. We do get one more. Oh my God, even I'm forgetting. Smalling playing it through to Walcott. Walcott getting to the byline and knocking it across for Vardy to put us 5-2 up. And that was all the games I've got for today. We're about to sort of like go into the live section. What did Vardy? Vardy got a hat-trick in that game. He brought Tammy Abraham on. We tried him for a couple of games. Walcott, again, he got another 2 assists and a goal. And we're going to go into the live play.
My overall thoughts on this team, I'm probably repeating myself a little bit. It's an absolute weapon going forward. Then front, I'd probably say like Vardy, Wilson, Raheem Sterling. Close. Feels like Messi, Raheem Sterling does. Really, really does. I'm gutted to get rid of him, but he's an investment ultimately for me. But I have enjoyed using him so much in the 68 games I've used him on. Most of them have been as a sub. These are one of the few games I've sort of started in with him, but he's been such a good player for me. I'm absolutely certain he's an investment ultimately, but God, he's worth picking up. God, he is worth it. 100% worth it. If you've got the coins, go get this guy. Walcott surprised me a lot better than what I was expecting. I thought he'd be good. I thought he'd be good. I thought he would be good, but I didn't think he was going to be as effective as he was. For a right midfielder to be picking up 3 goals and 4 assists in 5 games, 7 goal contributions, that is nothing short of remarkable. For a right mid who doesn't really get involved, they're not meant to get involved as much as that, really. And he was just excellent. Compare that to Marcus Rashford. Like I've probably already said, I in a couple of games I subbed Rashford off, put Ashley Young to left back, and I played it sort of like this in a few of the games just to try that Sigurdsson, because he's got the stats probably more suited to a winger, really. So I thought I'd swap it around, and he did good. He did far better as a left mid than as a left back. Left back, he was shocking. He just wasn't effective. Rashford, disappointed. Rashford's ultimately he's ultimately a striker. No good as a winger. Don't bother even contemplating. I put the best chem style on I could to make him as good as I could for it as a winger. He's not a winger. Don't bother trying him. Waste of time. Play him as a striker if you're going to play him at all. And now let's get on to the biggest weakness, which I've probably ranted on about already. Jordan Henderson, complete waste of time, waste of space. That's not because I'm a United fan. It's because he is terrible. As a CDM, as a centre mid, he might be alright. As a CDM, waste of time. Things you could do to improve it seem just getting a Man United any good. And Kante, get N'Golo Kante. It would make this team so much better. Because as a result of Henderson being so terrible at shielding that back four, it left them 2 centre-backs so exposed time and time again. And it was the reason why we conceded so many goals. Even if we scored loads, Henderson not being able to do his job and protect that back four was the reason. He's not a CDM, he's far from it. And sort of like just going into real world football, that's what I think England's biggest Achilles heel is going to be ultimately. Yes, they have the firepower. Yes, they have a solid enough back four. But creatively in midfield, as a central midfielder, if Henderson is one of your best options and Jack Wilshere, England are going to struggle. That's sort of real world football, and it does reflect on FIFA. Henderson is a huge issue. There's no getting away from that. If you had a Kante there, this team, all of a sudden, if you swapped, I'd probably say the left back and the CDM, you are looking at one of the best sort of cheap teams on FIFA. I'm going to say, and maybe the goalkeeper. Absolutely nothing wrong with the two centre backs. For value for coins, they are good value for coins. The reason we conceded so many goals was Henderson's just, he was all over the place. There was so many times he was caught miles upfield. But I had him on to stay back while attacking, and it did nothing. Kyle Walker, absolutely amazing. Anyway, I'm getting off that. Goalkeeper Jack Butland, he's not as OP as last year. He's a goalkeeper. He saved a few shots. He let a few in. There's not much you can really say about him. But two centre backs were absolutely fine. Left back, I'd swap him out. He's not really a left back. He's more of a left winger for me. He's a left winger playing at left back. For me, I'd go with Ashley Young every day of the week. He just seems to sit back. I don't know if he's got medium high, medium. Yeah, that would be why. He just seems to stay back and not push forward as much. And Sessegnon, sort of weaknesses with his low strength and low aggression was a huge factor. And when you're getting out bullied like that, he was getting bullied by Martial. I don't mean most people do, but he was properly getting bullied, and it just wasn't fun. Whereas Kyle Walker, polar opposite, guy's a tank playing at left back. He's strong, he's powerful, and he will push back. Was he 6 foot? Yeah, 6 foot. So he's got the strength. But anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, I've rambled on far long enough and wasted your guys' time enough. Hope you have enjoyed this video anyway. If you do, hit that like button. Like target 5 likes to this video. You've been smashing it for every single video I'm putting out. You are smashing a minimum of 50 views and 5 likes. Can you keep it up? You are doing an absolutely amazing job. This is going better than I expected. I'm loving making these videos for you guys. I hope you stick around with me, and I will see you next time. Laters.